Hello. So I just thought I'd pop on here today and share a little bit about the Sacred Birthworker Mentorship, because I truly love this mentorship so much, and it's really hard to put into words like how much value and life-changing this mentorship is, and how much it means to me. So I thought maybe making a video will help me be able to share, but I feel like I could talk for like half an hour, so I'm gonna try and really recap this, because I do feel like women and birth workers, whether you're new and you're interested, or whether you've been in this for a long time, I really feel like this mentorship has so much value, and I want people to know about it. So what is it and why is it unique? So why I feel it's unique is I feel like there's such a huge emphasis on feminine embodiment. And it's not just you learn certain things, it's that you really are invited to take the journey and to share in sisterhood. So there's all these other beautiful women that are in this journey too, where we're all learning about her story and how her story has influenced us, our rites of passages, our birth imprint, our connection to our sexual sensual self, our connection to our voice. So we're diving so deeply into these parts of ourselves, and we're being invited to share with each other in this sacred supportive sisterhood space. And for anyone who's ever been in containers like that, safe containers, already how life-changing that is, to share such vulnerable parts of you and to be witnessed and held and loved and supported. It's huge. So there's such beauty in just even the feminine embodiment part of the mentorship. But why is this important to birth? So when a woman is birthing, she's so open and vulnerable, and she'll pick up on any subtleties in her environment. She's just so raw, and it's so important as birth workers to really be aware of what we're coming in with into a space. So the more that we've dived into our own journey, our own connection to self, the more that we can be a really grounded, strong anchor and presence in that space. To be fully in our hearts, to listen with our hearts, to listen with our bodies, to listen with our intuition, to not need to be in our head. So the feminine embodiment aspect is huge for birth, but also just for our lives in general. And then there's this huge part which is physiological birth, and that's amazing too, because we've been programmed so much from society, just from movies, from TV shows, from the way we've been taught about birth is that it's a big scary thing, and you're gonna be on your back and you're gonna be screaming and someone's gonna come save you, and that whole narrative that's been so pushed onto women. It's so important that we learn actually from nature. Nature's so wise, and the more we learn about birth in its rawest form, most natural, undisturbed, is it's so magic. Nature knows what it's doing. Women have been birthing since forever. Birth works, and so it's just that constant reprogramming of women's bodies are amazing. Babies know what they're doing. The birth dance between mum and baby, it's all perfectly designed, and the hormones, the pain relieving hormones, the altered state, all of it, it's so huge, and it's so beautiful, and it's magic, and it's yeah, it's amazing to just continuously like dive into this for our, like, because we've been programmed too, so we need to continuously like dive into that and see that. And then there's a huge aspect on like medicalised birth, which is huge too, because like so much of birth has been medicalised, and you know, it's really important to know like where are we at with birth now, and like what tests are being offered, and what are the benefits to those, and what are the risks, and what are the alternatives, because then we can provide that to the women that we're supporting. And just with medicalised birth too, there's this huge like dance navigation between like, especially when you go into the hospital system, of like what the women's wishes are and what like the hospital staff want to do. And like you're in the middle of this, like you work for the woman, and it's your responsibility to share her wishes and to protect her space to the best of your ability. So this goes back again to the like feminine embodiment stuff. Like, how much have we cultivated a relationship to our voice, and to being okay with not being liked by certain people, by, you know, whatever we have to do to protect the woman's space and to make sure her wishes are being heard so she can be in her bubble as much as possible. So I feel like the medicalised birth stuff is so important too. And so, yeah, it just all weaves together in this like magical dance in so many different ways. And I love as well that, you know, the learning portal's just there. Like, it's there for life. Like, it means that, like, as I learn things and then, like, say something comes up when I'm working with a woman, I can go back and, like, look at the resources and share that with the woman. Like, I don't have to retain everything because it's there for me. And, like, Anna has been doing this so long. Like, she's full of knowledge, she's full of wisdom, and, like, I love what she teaches. I love the way she shares about birth, and I love what she's created so much. And I just really see the value too in having a container that you continuously like stay in. Like, we could be in this container like 10 years from now with these sisters from all over the world, these sacred birth workers who are continuously like debriefing with each other each month, like sharing resources with each other, like sharing each other's journeys. Like, that's huge as a birth worker as well, because so much of it you actually are out like working with women on your own, and you do need a team. You really do need a team that you can really rely on to trust and support you and like hold you as you like hold women, like support women and hold this like, yeah, magical journey together. So I hope that it sort of like conveys like just, yeah, how much I believe in this. And I really want, whether you're new to birth work or whether you're a doula already, or like there's midwives in this, there's nurses in this, like, but I just really see like the value in this mentorship. And I just want women who are also feeling called to this container, like something like this, to know that it's here. Yeah, and yeah, I just cannot recommend it highly enough. I just love it so much. And I do actually have a discount code, and yeah, if you're feeling called